So, I've been going through a lot lately. I have my own personal problems and stuff, but um, what I'm surprised about is people and how the lack of self awareness that they have. In the beginning, you believe they're trying to help you, but then after a while, you're like, there's no way humanly possible that people can think that being rude to you and cruel and just saying really callous things can be helpful when you're going through a difficult time. Um, I've had people say the most ridiculous things to me that you wouldn't hear people say in a horror movie. Just trying to guilt you into doing what they feel is right with your life. I've never experienced that really. It's strange. I mean, it was just me and my mom. She's recently passed away. And now all of a sudden I have all these people behaving the way I guess parents sometimes do, where they talk down to you and they tell you what to do and they tell you what to think. And she never did that to me, though. She didn't give me advice either. She wasn't a talker. So all of a sudden now, without her here, when I should kind of be completely alone, all of a sudden I'm having to deal with all these people and their anxieties about my situation and putting pressure and stress on me. And unfortunately, it's working. I don't think of myself as a weak individual, but this is a very bad time. And I've been trying to do whatever I can, step by step. Now I'm at a point where there's really no more tasks except the huge one, which is going to take me a very long time, of moving into the future. And I don't know what my future is. I don't know what I can do. I don't know. I feel like I'm in limbo right now. So that's not okay with people, though. And these people that I'm speaking of, they're not family members of mine. They're not best friends of mine. They barely know me. But they feel perfectly comfortable interrogating me and telling me what I should do with my life. Because I don't know why. I don't know where people get the feeling that they should be saying these things to you, or they have a need to put their own issues and anxiety on you at this time. It's obvious to me that some people, they decide, oh, that person's alone and I'm alone. We'll be bestest friends, or I will tell them what to do because I have experience. Just because you're older than somebody, or just because you've gone through something before, doesn't mean you know their situation or what they need or anything like that. And if anybody thinks that they should talk to people in a way, I don't understand that. I can't remember a time where I somehow thought people needed my advice because I knew more than they did about their own life. It's just very confusing to me. And unfortunately, some of us are sensitive to that kind of involvement with people. It bothers me. Someone spoke to me in such a way that freaked out on me because she felt like by talking to her about something, I was somehow speaking against her religion when we weren't talking about religion. But the way she attacked me, it really felt like somebody was punching me in the chest really quickly. And I was like, no, I can't deal with this right now. I can't deal with this kind of... I don't have a word for it. I mean, they're attacks of some kind, but why? What makes a person get on the phone and talk to somebody and just tell them kind of the horrible things you think about them in a roundabout way? You don't say it outright, but you don't approve of them. You don't approve of what they may do in the future. Apparently, they haven't approved of me all along. But the thing is, again, like I said, you don't know somebody. I always was under the impression that you weren't supposed to judge a man until you walked a mile in these shoes. These people haven't even looked at my shoes. They don't have any idea, but they're perfectly fine with telling me what to do. I will never understand this. I've never done this to other people as far as I know. I mean, I try to think about it. I just don't. I leave people alone. I listen. I'm a listener. That's why people talk to me. But even then, I try to stay away because sometimes people, they need to talk too much, So I listen. And if I talk, or maybe I try to talk to people about things that aren't offensive, I don't try to I'll talk to them about movies, I'll talk to them about the weather, I'll talk to them about sports. I'll talk about things that interest them. If they ask a question, I know the answer, I'll give it to them. But when that happens, a lot of times I get attacked because they think I'm a know-it-all if they had a question and I had the answer to it. So I'm going through all these things, dealing with people I really don't know. And it hurts. It ends up hurting, and it ends up taking energy out of me, and I need my energy right now. I'm in a low point, and I don't need to go through that. So for people to not understand that, and to just, as far as I'm concerned, attack just because what I'm doing or what I'm not doing somehow damages their view of the world or how things are supposed to be, in the end, to me, that makes them very immature, or they're the ones with a lack of experience. If they really somehow believe that we can all plan our future and all we have to do is, pray really hard or believe in a certain higher power that drops money out of the sky. Meanwhile, they're poor as hell. They don't have anything. Their life's an economic mess. But somehow the reason I don't have things, or the reasons horrible things happen to me, is because of my lack of belief or whatever else, and they know exactly what I should do, but their lives are in turmoil. I don't understand, and it's I've tried to avoid them, and that doesn't work. It feels like, I don't know, like they've been sent by forces that want me to fail, or sent by forces that want me to feel as bad as possible. And I've never heard of it. I've never seen it before. I really don't believe there was a point in my life when I was 8 years old that I would have done this to people. So I'm having a really hard time with people right now. I don't understand it. I don't think I'm the only person who deals with people who are this way. But at this point in my life, it really makes me feel bad that it's happening at all. I don't know. I really don't know what to think. I was supposed to be philosophical with this. I can't be philosophical. I have too much to do, and I'm dealing with too much nonsense.